Welcome to Dash Explore. I'm Sarah, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing everything that we did in our 2 days in the Disneyland Paris theme park in just 2 minutes. Or at least I'm going to try my best. So back in December of 2023, we went to France and Germany with our 2 girls who at the time were 11 months old and 3.5 years old. And we just knew we could not pass up the opportunity to take them to their first Disney park in Disneyland Paris. So we ended up buying a 2-day park hopper pass because of how things worked out with ticketing. And although we weren't able to take full advantage of that first day, it was still so great to get that little bit of extra time in the park and to get a little bit of extra Disney magic. So with that, let's jump into our time in Disney. So day 1 started out as a travel day, getting us from where we were staying in Germany back to Paris via fast train. And then from Paris, we took a G7 taxi out to the Disneyland property about 45 minutes east of the city. After some slight hiccups, a flat tire, we made it to our hotel, Hotel Cheyenne, and proceeded to check in. We dumped our stuff in our room, got everyone dressed for the night, and then started to make our way to the Disneyland Paris park from our hotel. Of course, we were in the absolute farthest building from the park, but it still only took us about 15 minutes to get to the main entrance. As soon as we walked into the park, we walked right into a parade. We got to see some of Haley's favorite characters right off the bat, and it was a great way to kick off the Disney magic. Then we decided to take advantage of the shorter lines during the parade and head back to It's a Small World. This was the girls' first theme park ride ever, and it was such a fun way to start off our night. Next, we checked off 2 more Disney park classics, Dumbo and Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates took a lot of convincing, but Haley ended up finding the ride very silly, although we could not get her to ride it twice. At this point, we were all getting pretty tired, so we went to Casey's Corner on Main Street, USA, and had hot dogs with an incredible view. Day 2 started after a very short night of sleep thanks to a little princess who was so excited for more Disney, but we took advantage of the extra magic hours to get into the park an hour earlier than other guests since we were staying on property. We knew there were some rides that usually had longer lines than others, so we headed straight for those and were able to check off Peter Pan's Flight and Snow White. Then we headed over to Big Thunder Mountain, which was Haley's first roller coaster, and although she was very brave to try it, she was not a fan. Next, we got in line to meet a princess, and after 2 hours, Haley got to meet her favorite Disney princess, Aurora. This was hands down the highlight of her entire trip. Then we went over to the dungeon in Aurora's castle to take a peek at the dragon. Next, we had a quick lunch at Casa de Coco before heading over to Phantom Mansion, and just like Pirates, it took some convincing for Haley, but she was brave and made it through. Next, we did some souvenir shopping before heading over to the other theme park, Walt Disney Studios. There we met Santa Goofy, rode the 3D Ratatouille ride, and the Slinky Dogs coaster before heading back to the main Disneyland Paris park. Then we went to get in line to meet Mickey Mouse, since what is a trip to Disney without meeting the mouse? Next, we headed over to Hyperspace Mountain for Andrew and I to experience one of our favorite Walt Disney World rides in another park. It was starting to get late, so we decided to let Haley get in one last ride, the carousel, before taking a peek inside Aurora's castle, since that is not something that you can do at all the Disney parks. Finally, we went back to Casey's Corner for one last hot dog dinner, where we reminisced about our Disney experience before heading home for bed. Okay, so that was everything that we did during our 2 days in Disney. I really hope that I was able to keep it just under or just over that time limit. We did so much in those 2 days. There are so many rides, there are so many characters to meet, and honestly, I still feel like we barely even scratched the surface, and I'm dying to go back for another trip. So if you and your family are thinking about taking a trip to Disneyland Paris, I hope that you found the information in this video helpful, and maybe we convinced you that this will be a great addition to your next trip to Europe, because we truly had a blast. And if you found this video helpful, if you could give this video a like, we would really appreciate it. And if you want to follow along for more of our family travel tips or more of our family travel adventures, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so that you can get notified when we post new videos. And you can also head over to Instagram and follow us at Dash Explore. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and we will catch you in the next one.